So let's talk a little bit about all of the blog things we have going on. Specifically, let's start with the top news section, how we get the top news articles onto the homepage, and then how to style them. So there's a couple tricky things about these, so let's kind of go through that. Let's talk about first how we're bringing these sections from the blog post to the homepage, which I think you already understand, but I'll just touch on it real quick. So I'm editing your back end of the redesign home. This is a post grid, and this is where they're being brought in. So you can see you have the layout for this grid. It's in 3 columns. The label text, see more. I think that's where you're bringing in that button. I don't know if you want that there, but I will leave it there for now. Okay, let's not go down a rabbit hole. So under these queries, you can see that they're bringing in the posts, and you're bringing in the category of top news. That's how this is grabbing those and bringing them onto the page. Right now you have 3 posts per page. You could change this to any number you want. So for instance, if I put 6, you're going to see the older ones show up here too. You can order them by date or whatever you want and change the orders around. So that's just a little bit about how you style it directly from the homepage and what those things mean. So now let's actually take a look at the posts and talk about a few elements and things there. All right, so if we're now in your posts, we're going to look at our teacher, Albert, right? So right now, we don't have a featured image. Maybe you want one, maybe you don't, but let me show you how to put the featured image in. So it's very straightforward. The only thing you're going to run into is you want the image to be optimized. Ideally, you probably want to keep them all the same dimensions. So when it brings the featured image onto the homepage, they don't look like different sized images, if that makes sense. So I'm going to share with you my image optimization and how to actually resize images. It's a different video series I've already recorded. But you basically go here, you'll set the featured image, you'll upload a new file, and you upload your optimized image. So for this rule, I've used so far 800 by 800. I think that's probably safe. It's actually a little too large since we're not actually displaying this image anywhere else besides that small one on the homepage. But basically it's a square. It's easiest to remember, so as long as all your images are squares, whether they're 400 by 400, 500 by 500, that's fine. But just so you know, what I've been following thus far is 800 by 800. And once you set that featured image, you're good to go. I'll just do it again just so you can see. You set that featured image and you save it, and you look at your redesign. It just brings it in right there. That's it. So I'm going to remove that since it doesn't go with the post. All right. Another thing we probably want to talk about real quick as we're just going down this post section. You probably don't want people to comment. I don't know if you do. If you don't, you just set that discussion to closed, and we'll move that that commenting out of the, sorry, I can't think, out of here. So you won't see that anymore. So we did it for this one. Let's see if it worked. See, no more comment. Okay, that leads me to the next thing we're going to talk about. So this one you set up and you put the link in as here because that's the blog post. But ideally, it's probably not the best. You probably want a user to just click on that and go straight to the actual article, right? So basically what we have to do for that behavior is to set up a redirect, which is pretty straightforward once you know how to do it. I already did it for... Let's refresh so you don't see that image anymore. I already did it for this one here. Same concept. So it goes straight to the article. All right, so let's do it for the teacher one. You have the URL where you want it to go. So you just go to your backend here where you see your main dashboard. Under Tools, you'll see Redirection. As you can see, I added that one and the ones from before. It's really straightforward. You just click add new. Your source URL is actually the blog post itself. So that's going to be everything behind your root domain. You're just going to go ahead and copy that and paste that into the source URL. And then the target URL will be the article. So you're just going to copy that, paste that into the target URL. Add the redirection. Make sure it populates. You'll see a code 301. And that's it. So let's refresh this page. Our teacher Albert now goes straight to the article. So I'm assuming that's how you want the behavior to act. If it's not, let me know. We can talk about something different. I noticed that this one is a little bit different in what it is. So let's actually talk about editing these posts now. I'm actually going to stop this video and then go into actually editing of a post on the next one so you're not overwhelmed with information.